Well, hello everyone, and welcome to FranTastic Insights. My name is Alesia Visconti. I am the president and CEO of FranServe, and I'm also the publisher and CEO of Franchise Dictionary magazine. FranServe is the largest franchise consulting organization in the world, and our mission is to help people turn their dreams of business ownership into a reality. We do that through a network of outstanding franchise consultants who help their candidates explore franchise opportunities and find the perfect fit based on their goals and desires. And today I'm excited to have Butch Mogavero, CEO of two awesome franchise opportunities, Boulder Designs and Border Magic. Welcome to the show, Butch.
Thank you, Alesia. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'd love if you could share with our audience a little bit about what your two brands are all about and what they do, and really the traits that make your brand unique.
Well, we have two, and I guess the backbone of both of them is we have a proprietary ingredient that goes into both products that makes it a lot stronger than typical concrete and causes it where the weather doesn't affect it, and that's typically what causes cracking in traditional concrete is the expansion of the water inside of the materials, which ours doesn't allow in. So we have a lot longer product. We have, even now we're doing headstones that match the longevity of granite and marble. So that's unheard of these days. So anyway, that's what our products have in both of them that make them last a lot longer than traditional products of its similar brand, I guess. And we have two. One is called Boulder Designs, which is everything from small desktop little rocks that you put your cards in all the way up to 50+ ton signs that like our big one, Texas Farm Bureau, in front of a big corporation here in Texas, all the way to like the one behind me, Baylor Bears. It's a big rock we made for the Baylor girls basketball team that won the national championship. Pretty neat deal. We built it 2 months before they won it because we felt that good about them. So that got a lot of recognition, but it was a fun deal to do. Our profit margins on both of the franchises are in the 70, 80, 90 range after installation and material. So labor and material wise, it's very, very profitable and very little competition on the Boulder side and a little bit of competition on the Border side, but they can't match our longevity or the warranty programs that we have in place because of the deterioration factor that the other ones have. So both of them pretty neat franchises. They're can be hands-on or hands-off. I own both of them locally. I don't really touch either one of them anymore. I just do sales and do very well with it. My son owns both of them also with me, and he does more of the hands-on. So a lot of father-son teams in the system, some father or I guess uncle nephews, things like that. So a lot of family-oriented owners in our company. We do very well with that type of person. What other questions you want to kind of lead me into?
Yeah, absolutely. I will tell you that the reason why I was excited about having you on our show, and I first saw your brand at a franchise show. I believe it was in Florida. And when I first saw that, we were there, FranServe was there and the magazine was there, Franchise Dictionary magazine was there. And we passed by your booth and I was so impressed. It was so unique and such an awesome looking brand that I remember saying to my colleague, I was like, we have to explore that. We need to get that in the FranServe portfolio. It was such a cool brand, and I'm so happy to see its growth and your continued success. It's been amazing to watch the journey.
All right, well, I appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely. So now what's going on, Butch, is, talk a little bit about where you're looking to expand. I know, brands always want to expand, quote unquote, everywhere, but there's usually hot markets that you're looking to get into.
Yeah, and I would say that's the stock answer I would have to everywhere. We have just recently moved into Canada. It's probably not our biggest push. We have several areas. Border, we have a lot more white space than Boulder, but both of them, lots of area left. California and Florida, definitely some markets. When I acquired the company back in 2015, it had originated from the Illinois, Indiana area. So those, if you look at a map, those were a lot of franchises in that area when I acquired it, and you could see a little collage of that area covered. Since we bought it, like there was one in Texas when we bought, and now it's almost completely full. Other than the metropolitan area, we have some area left in Dallas and Houston. El Paso's got a little bit of area left, and then all the way down South Texas, down towards the border, we have a little bit of area, but most of it's all taken. Louisiana's pretty open. We've got a new one coming in next week there in the Lafayette area. But other than that, a lot of the states are wide open, although we have a lot of them covered. We still have a lot more room for both brands. But I would say that California, Washington would be one, definitely, that we need some for both brands. So all the way up northeast, up there where you're at. We just had a new lady come in, Carla, she's in New Jersey and doing fantastic. Single mom and doing very, very well. So we're going to use her as a guinea pig in some things for too long. So sweet, sweet lady, nice, does very good work. And already she sent me some numbers already that she's doing, and have become pretty good friends with her also, which a lot of our franchisees, we are with that. So
super. And talking
by
about
the way, well, you'll want to hear this one. She did come through. She came to us through this company I've not ever heard of before called FranServe.
I think I almost interrupted you when you were about to say
well, I knew you would let me interrupt you for that. But no, it's been good. We've got several. We've even had a FranServe broker by our company, and she does very well. So O'Brien's.
Yeah,
so
we
anyway,
love it. We obviously love your brands. Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's a good testament when a franchise broker who has seen every franchise there is possible on earth and picks ours, that's very nice for us. We appreciate that. So
absolutely. And
right.
Now that we're talking a little bit about franchisees, can you share with our audience who obviously is looking at franchises, what qualities that you look for in a successful franchise owner?
We are all over the place with that. We've had every walk of life. We've had corporate, we've had hands-on guys, every bit of it. But what we found, the common denominator in our most successful franchises is just people that have a passion. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, and I don't claim to be, but I've got good drive, I've got a good work ethic, and I've got a lot of passion for the business. And I think when I'm talking to people, it shows. I don't think they ever get done talking to me and think that I'm just a slick salesman or something. I truly believe that I love the product, and the franchisees that have that same quality seem to do really, really well. And they don't have to work hard. It's not what we call a used car salesman mentality or the carnival barker. It's just a true passion for the business. And, we do discovery days. It's funny, you'll have the man and wife come in, and the wife's kind of puff at her. She's not really wanting to buy a company. And within 30 minutes into the deal, she's explaining what she can do and how she's going to do it. And that passion comes out, and you see it in their eyes. And I watch the whole time. I don't say anything. I just watch. And if they have that, then I really try to get them into the business. And usually at that point, it's not a tough sale. They like it. Again, the margins are good. There's a part of the business for every person in the family, whether it's just painting rocks or helping put border down. There's a part of it for anybody in the family. And that is kind of fun to watch that transition from them not really wanting a business all the way to they're explaining how it's going to be ran. And so it's kind of fun. But again, at the end of the day, I would say the number one out of all ours is just somebody that has a passion to grow a business. And I tell them, whether you buy ours or not, if you can get that into your business, you're going to be more successful. We truly feel our franchisees get up in the morning and want to go to work. And a lot of people say that, but I truly believe it with ours. And that's the difference, I guess.
Yeah, and I tell you, the passion comes through with everyone at your company. So I think that is contagious, and I would see why that would be, a great quality for your franchisees to have. So I appreciate your answer on that.
Yeah.
And I hear it, the sincerity whenever I
Right.
talk to anybody at your company. So absolutely.
And they do. When we hire people here, that's our number one. There's nobody here getting rich. There's not multi-million-dollar salaries here. And there's a few retirees that were long Dwyer Group people that have a lot of experience. I came to this business through Don Dwyer, learned a lot from him and a lot of people at his family. Dina, learned a lot from the whole group. And we have some people that were my mentors at the Dwyer Group who now work here. And I still learn from them, but the ones that are here, they truly have a passion for it. I've had one guy just kept bugging me wanting to come here, and I said, Greg, we don't really have a spot for you right now. And finally I told John Apple, I said, man, we got to make a spot for him, because he fits in to our, I guess, atmosphere around here. And he now is a marketing director that works with the franchisees, and they all absolutely love him. I figured we just had to figure out a way to pay him, and we did. And he's, he just fits in right perfect with our, way we do things here. And
it's all about the Fran family, right? It is,
yes.
It is true. It is a true
Right.
thing. So I appreciate that. Let's go a little bit deeper now and talk about, one of my favorite hashtags on social media, which is franchise strong, right? I use that hashtag on just about every post that I make on social. And I'm very passionate about the concept of franchise strong. To me, that embodies all that franchising is. We just kind of spoke about that, Butch. It's a united group, right, of caring people and entrepreneurs that want to help people truly change their lives through franchise ownership. And, we know it. Lots of people think about, being their own boss, but franchising makes that a reality. So, no matter the circumstances, we have, right now we're in the COVID-19 and unemployment numbers, and the franchise community gives hope. And Franchise Strong gives, an opportunity for people to really embark on their dreams of franchise ownership. It's really a wake-up call that we see. So, that's really what I see. I see the franchise community never losing sight of helping people to become franchise owners and business owners and entrepreneurs. So, with that in mind, Butch, can you share a little bit of what Franchise Strong means to you and to your brands?
Well, franchising in whole, and I've told people forever that as a team, you can always do better. You look at the best golfers in the world, the top athletes in the world, every one of them that are multi-millionaires, every one of them have coaches. It's guys like me on the weekend that, think we can play golf. I could add up all the money I've made in golf, and I'm probably negative about 100,000 right now. But I don't have a coach in it, and it shows. But everybody that in every profession, somewhere you have to have a coach. And franchising, again, I bought my first one when I was just 20 years old, and I never knew any better. But it just, I always tell everybody it's a cake recipe. You buy a cake, and if you do everything like it says to do, you're going to get a cake. And that's what franchising is. It's systems that are in place. You've had a lot of people before you that have failed and made a lot of mistakes. I always tell everybody we think we've made every mistake, but we seem to still make them. But the majority of it's been ironed out pretty well. You have systems in place, and if you follow it, you're going to get a consistency there that holds true in almost any franchise. And I tell people that come here, if this isn't your thing, there's lots of franchises out there and lots of good ones. There's some that aren't as good as others, but most of them, because of the Federal Trade Commission now and the laws, they have to abide by rules and regulations, and it weeds the bad ones out. So you've got some good systems out there, and it's just a matter of what kind of, makes you want to get up in the morning. And with a franchise, you have a system in place that if you follow it, you can predict the outcome. And that's what a lot of companies don't have these days. It's non-franchise. You never see McDonald's leave. They may change ownerships, but they're always there. And you might see a Joe's Hamburger come and go. And if he does decide to sell that business, and if Joe's not there, you really don't have a whole lot. So at the end of the day, with the buying power, the predictability, everything with the franchise, I don't want to say it's the only way to go, but it's definitely the smart way to go.
Right, and it's the line that we hear so much in franchising, right? How to be in business for yourself, but not by yourself.
Exactly right. And that's what we tell everybody. You've got a team, and I've seen a lot of franchising going on for my lifetime anyway. And there's some better than others, but when you find one that you've had a passion for and it's a good business and you've got good people there, you probably want to jump on it and go and have fun with it.
Well, I will tell you, your passion comes through, and I really think that's what's important too. We do get to make a difference in people's lives for them and for their family. So I think that's so, accurate what you're saying about having a passion for the brand, because, let's face it, it's almost a marriage, right? You're in business with the brand,
right.
and it's almost a marriage. So you have to have a great relationship on both sides.
Right. And that's what I tell the franchisees or the prospects when they come in, that, if there's things that we can see up front that's not good, we say it right up front, say, hey, we're fixing to get married to you and we don't want to get divorced next year. And it has to work on both sides. You have to feel like it's a fair deal, and so do we. And if it's not, it doesn't hurt to say no sometimes. And
right.
That's harder to do when you first open a franchise like I did. And you can bring on a couple franchisees that you probably shouldn't have. And the longer you're in it, the more you see those signs. And again, it's not that they're bad people. Some of them just don't want to follow a direction. And again, those are ones that might need to be a franchisor, and they can do it the way they want. But for the most part, good prospects follow systems. And that's why I like military. They're used to following systems and they just do it. And that's why we like the military in our
Absolutely.
brands.
Absolutely. Veterans and franchising go very, very well. Absolutely.
Right.
Yep. I am on the International Franchise Committee, VetFran, and we see that all the time. What a wonderful pairing veterans are with franchise ownership. Absolutely.
I used to work with Don Dwyer way back in the day when that started, and that was
it exactly.
I didn't even know what it was. I didn't know what VetFran meant, and worked a lot with that program, and did very, very well with it. It's still going.
Super. Well, I very much appreciate your time. Do you have any last words before we wrap up, Butch?
No, we just appreciate everything y'all do for us. I've made a lot of really good friends with your organization, and sometimes we talk to them and it's not even business, it's just a call. So that's really neat these days that, you can have that relationship with companies. And I definitely appreciate that. I've made a couple or three really good friends that I would imagine when reunion comes, would probably go out by ourselves just to go talk and stuff. So anyway, it's been nice. We're definitely seeing the sales come in. You've got 2 coming in this month that you probably don't even know about, but they'll be here within the next week. And good guy too. So appreciate y'all a lot.
Well, awesome. And thank you very much, Butch, for your FranTastic insights.
All right, and tell Joan and everybody happy, and you just have to have a little motivation. So y'all have a good day.
Thanks, Butch.
All right.